When your child comes to a word that they don't know, here are some things that you can do. So in Sally's New Shoes, it's a little bit higher level book. So they're going to come across a word that they don't know. After you've gone through your book walk and you've had a chance to look at all the pictures, you come back to the beginning and we're trying to establish a pattern, and there always will be times when your child will come to a word they don't know. So if they're reading, they'll stop, they'll look at the picture, they'll look back at the word, they're checking for that meaning, they're trying to figure it out. What you can do to encourage them to figure it out, some of the strategies you can give them is to, well, what would make sense there? So you can read, I'm going to in my new shoes. Often when I'm working with a child and reading and we're trying to figure out a new word, I substitute that word with a sound. It still leaves a place for it in the sentence, but it doesn't interfere with anything else you're trying to look at. I'm going to in my new shoes. What would make sense there? Have them look at the picture. Ask them then, let's look at the word, and what sound does it begin with? They might only be able to get the w sound, but that might be just enough with looking at the pictures to get that word. Walk. If they get the word, great. How did you know it was walk? Well, encourage answers like, or help them with answers like, well, in the picture she's walking, or it has a w there, and walk starts with w or w. It makes sense in the sentence. Have them read the sentence again. If they're unable, after all of those strategies, to get the word walk, just let them know what the word is. When you do let them know the word, have them make sure they're looking at the word so that the next time they read this page, this book, they're going to have a better chance of remembering that word. I'm going to walk in my new shoes. Does that make sense? Do you think that's walk? Why is that walk? Well, again, encourage those answers that, well, walk begins with a w. She's walking in the picture. When we have long pauses in the book where you're stopping to figure out the strategies, if they're not able to use the strategies for a certain word, the long pause kind of interferes with meaning. So in most cases, it's just as important to let them know what the word is, and then later on, when they're rereading it, they have a better chance of remembering those strategies you showed them and getting that word on their own. So again, you've probably spent a lot of time establishing the pattern when you worked on this word, so that's going to help with the following pages.